Date, Sunday evening, April 26, 1970. The place, the Empire Pool, Wembley, London. The event, the Reggae Festival. 10,000 people came from all over the country. 10,000 young black and white kids with a common background of social pressures and frustrated lifestyles. 10,000 of them came to live with a new music which crashed into their harsh metropolitan lives. It is a music born of intense human suffering in another land, among a people with revolution on their side.
That's no reason to hold me back. I have open desires just like you. So move out inside because I'm coming through. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try. Yes, yours is white, but does that make you right? This is a message to y'all. Together we stand, divided we fall. Black is a color, just like white. How can a color turn white? Without the right. We all have our faults. Yes, we do. So look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. What do you see? What do you see? Two eyes. I know and look just like you. Your eyes are hoping that you refuse to see. The laws of society were made for you and me. Because of my color, I suffer to be free. Sticks and stones can break my bones. So let me in. You're gonna see my friend. No matter how hard you try.
Oh, yes.
Can we ask you a few questions
Oh,
about reggae
certainly.
music?
Yes, certainly.
What does reggae mean to you?
Reggae is a sort of beat, you know? Anything.
Is it your favourite music?
But of course.
Reggae.
Yeah, is it your favourite music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you like? What makes you like it?
It's good for dancing too.
Yeah.
It's got more rhythm to it.
It's just the beat, I suppose, isn't it? That's what they
Yeah,
all
you
say.
dance to it. Well, it's fantastic, really. Yeah, it's something that's sort of, from the heart, you know.
Yeah.
Straight from the mother country, Jamaica. Reggae is a sound that is only the black man understand it, right?
Yeah.
about the only expression coming out of the West Indies that captures the fact that we are a West Indian people. It is the only one that captures the mood of West Indian people at this particular time.
First, about 6 years ago, it was called Blue Beat in Great Britain. not ska or reggae. And this, curiously enough, simply came from the name of a commercial British label that was one of the first to issue the music at all. So we all called it blue beat, but we didn't see anything more than just a dance rhythm to it. Then, later on, when there were many more Jamaican labels actually issuing material over here, we began to see how much more there was behind the music. And I, for one, began to try to find out something about the background of it, because I was very interested in where the music came from. Obviously, the origins of all Jamaican music are basically going to be African. When the slaves were brought to Jamaica, the African music was very largely driven underground because the white bosses didn't want particularly African religious music being preserved. So the music largely went into the hands of the underground religious sects and has taken a very long time to surface again. The earliest form of Jamaican music, I think, that is connected directly with reggae is the old folk song form called the mento, and the mento musicians definitely were the forerunners of our modern reggae musicians. But it's only out of the very bad conditions in urban Kingston of today that reggae really came together.
Reggae was created in Jamaica. It owes its existence to the Jamaican situation. And if you're going to be truthful about it, we have first of all to clarify what might be a mistaken notion that it embraces the whole of Jamaica. In Jamaica there are two societies, obviously, official society and the disinherited masses of Jamaican people.
As close to the water as you wish, you may live comfortably, modestly. Jamaicans are happy to serve. Jamaicans are happy to serve. Jamaicans are happy to serve. Serve.
Out of what kind of situation would a record like Deliverance would emerge? What kind of situation? Is it that the guy simply gets together these words out of his own feeling? The answer is no. It's clear that he reflects the confrontation that exists in West Indian society between official society and the disinherited.
Boy! Life really rough. Life really rough and tough. But me not give up. Me still a fight for me right. Because I know one day deliverance will come. Everywhere I go, people call me the sufferer. But you don't understand, when I suffer for long, because deliverance will come.
Most important is that the people who support it, who have...
I'm gonna tell you about everyday people, what they do, how they do it, and where they do it. If it's even the midnight hour, I'm gonna ask you, do you feel alright? You feel alright? You feel alright? You can't do much better than that. You feel alright? Everyday people. 1, 2, 3, 4. I drummer and them make no difference what groove I'm in. Yeah, yeah. There is the blue one that doesn't like the red one, that doesn't like the yellow, that doesn't like the sad. Different comes from different songs. And so and so and sing this song. We got to live together, keep it together, neither for you. We all the same, whatever we do. You love me, you hate me, the moment and then you can figure what the bag I'm in. Yeah, yeah. There is a heart that doesn't like to leave, so being such a reed, one that doesn't like the poor one. Different comes from different songs, and so and so. Hey, man, gotta feel alright, gotta feel alright. Tell the whole world about my love, about my love, about my love. Gotta feel alright, gotta feel alright. Wow, my baby, turn me loose, 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 turn me loose. Good God, gotta shake all night long. We'll feel alright. We'll feel alright. Gotta groove all night long. Gotta shake all night long. Good God, wow. Gotta feel all night. Gotta groove all night. Gotta get to me. Stop it to me one time. Stop it to me one time. Good Lord, stop it to me one time. Woo! Feel on. Feel on. Stop it to me one time. Stop it to me 2 times. Stop it to me 3 times. Stop it to me 4 times. Stop it to me 5 times. Good God!
There was a very strong influence from American rhythm and blues because just before reggae emerged into the open, most of the sound systems were playing American rhythm and blues records, so the Jamaican public were well attuned to this music.
Wow! Gotta shake all nighter. Gotta shake all nighter. Gotta shake all nighter. Woo! Back to me. Back it to me 5 times. Good God! Wow! Okay. Gotta groove. Gotta groove. Gotta groove. Woo! Bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up. Gotta feel all night. Gotta feel all night. Gotta shake all night long. Good boy. Good boy. This is the cue.
It certainly is developing in a completely separate stream to American music, although of course there are now American attempts to produce reggae records. But in the most general sense, it's certainly part of the whole black music scene, because the circumstances and conditions under which the black people of Jamaica were living were very close to those of the black people of the mainland of North America. They came very often from the same tribes. I'm now sticking my neck right out, but I should think there are probably as many Igbo and Yoruba roots in Jamaica as there are anywhere in the mainland of North America. Therefore, the racial consciousness is bound to be identical, and it's natural that though circumstances and geographical position have produced different results in the blues and reggae, they must be springing from the same undersoil.
Desmond had been borrowed in the marketplace. All he used to sing out in the band. Desmond said to Molly, "Can I like your place?" And Molly says that she takes it further. Oh, Gladdy, I'm yours on.
A lot of people now are trying to experiment with the rhythm rather than just accepting possibly the Jamaican complete version of a record. They sort of take the reggae rhythm and write a particular song and convert it round the rhythm. People like Lennon are even very interested in the sort of form of rhythm that it is, and they're trying to adapt it and make it into something of their own.
Get back to where you once belonged. Get back, Jojo. Go home.
I don't only produce reggae music, I produce other people as well, and quite often when they learn that I produce reggae music as well, they seem to think it's quite funny, sort of it's an easy thing to play, etc. But you can usually catch them out by sort of saying, well, if it's that easy to play, well, just wander in the studio and try and literally play it as a 4-piece group, you know, and they really come off the stumbling block, because it's not quite so easy as you think to play, you know, to get the good feel into the rhythm and get the continuation of the music, etc. You've really got to sort of work hard at it, you know, and sort of feel yourself into the music. This is why the Jamaicans are so good at it, you know, because they really sort of flop into the studio and they all sit down and they play, you know, literally play together so beautifully.
Come on. Hey, that's the groove. Come on. I want the love I can feel. That's the only kind of love I think is real.
The vehicle for movement are the bass rhythms. They command and they lead. Now, the bass guitars are played in collaboration with the bass drum in the series of drums and maintain a heavy, accentual straight pattern, or sometimes develop changing melodic patterns which permit the bass guitar to lead, that is, to reply. Now, the rhythm guitar, which occupied an important role in the earlier history of music by constituting a calypsonic strumming accompaniment for the rest of the music in varying cadences, forms indications and in turn indicates a steady movement for the mind.
That kind of loving that will never grow. Don't you know I want
the atmosphere, both psychological and physical. The atmosphere in England with its lighter air, the colder air, perhaps in a studio the sound can never be reproduced where, as it is in Jamaica. You get this heavy human atmosphere where particularly the bass end of it seems to travel thicker and harder. But I don't think it's all down to trying to reproduce what they do in Jamaica. I think possibly it's to take the better parts of Jamaican music, the better parts of their playing, some of their ideas, marry it to a lot of other influences in this country where you can only get it by traveling 200 miles up the motorway backwards and forwards and working in these atmospheres.
Don't you know I want to love? Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't you know I want to love? Don't you know, oh, baby? Don't you know I want to love? Don't you know? Don't you know?
Until very, very recently, the black musician in this country has had to treat music as a second thing. He's had to live, he's had to pay his mortgage, he's had to buy the food, but he couldn't do it because of the meager living that he could eke out of music. Now it's coming to the stage, you see, the more a group records, the more a musician, the more anybody records, the better they get. It's a beautiful way of practicing and hearing your errors coming back over and over again.
What faces us as a people is that we might lose most of what is West Indian, which is, I believe, the most essential aspect of reggae. You see, it tends to lose its true West Indian essence in order to satisfy the international market. The problem is, to what extent are we allowed, by the dictates of capital, to function as ourselves and to express what is essentially us? This is the dilemma that is facing most West Indian artists, and of course they will have to solve it.
Record producers now are trying to, how should I say, produce simplified reggae for the wider white market. And this, very often to me, is a great shame, because the records which have attracted me most are those which dig deepest into the Jamaican roots.
I think they're definitely producing too much records in this country.
How many labels have you got actually on the records?
25 to 30.
They're always producing stuff that is being produced in Jamaica and do something near to it, like taking out the bass line of this tune and taking out the guitar of that one and making up something. But nobody's really trying to reach out for anything new.
Yeah. And how many records do you actually issue in the average week, would you say?
About 10.
10 singles?
10 singles a week.
How many albums a month?
I say between 6 and 9.
One time I went into the shop and I thought I'll try and stay on top by buying every reggae release that had come out that week because it was going so phenomenally. And when we counted up on the list, I think we ended up with 43 reggae records were listed that particular week.
What do you think the overall appeal of reggae? Do you think it's a very young market?
I think basically it's a very young market. Obviously it centres around the clubs, and that's how it starts off. But you get certain records like you do in any form of music, like Elizabethan reggae and Liquidator and things like that, which appeal to wider age groups.
Yeah. Do you think this is a great handicap to the music, the way that it seems to be fashionable at the moment for disc jockeys and reporters and so on to knock it? Or do you think in fact it's got a reverse effect that it
well, it's not saying any publicity is good publicity, isn't it? As long as we're getting mentions in the paper, then people are taking notice of the music.
I think some of the papers who are trying to knock it is classifying it, or the BBC or radio, they classify reggae, but I don't think the public classifies it that much. They just buy if they like.
I mean, it's just a matter of whether the people like the music or they don't like it. Obviously, to a large degree on the BBC, the producers and the disc jockeys go for personal preference.
You'll get a medium pop record played a couple of times or 3 or 4 times to give it that push, and that is what you don't get on the reggae. You don't get that 3 or 4 plays that would let the people decide whether they want it or not.
Yeah. Every other form of music has their own program, whereas reggae doesn't have its own program on the radio.
Yeah. If you don't get any plays, or the BBC don't like them, then you suffer for the overall market.
Yeah.
But the specialist market that you can sell that 15,000 seems very, very weird altogether when you get a pop record coming out. And they sell 300, but sometimes they can get up to 20, 30 plays. And you've got a record that sells 15, 20,000, you can't get 2 plays on it. This is where the local house dances, as West Indian call them, come in, and also the clubs. You send out promotion copies, and they get played by DJs at these dances, and that's where you get your action.
From coast to coast, the sound of now. Your shirt. Move it. Move it. Move it. Move it. Just play it. Come on. Break your shirt. Lordy, lordy, lordy. How? Move. And groove. Hooray.
The main difficulty that I have found in getting reggae made popular is exactly the same difficulty that we had in getting black soul music from America made popular. And I have to answer that I believe it is because throughout the business there is an unmentioned but quite definite colour bar, and what we are actually up against is the fact that I and you are trying to sell our black music in a white market, and the white market is resisting it out of purely selfish motives. I'm afraid that is my true opinion.
Hey!
areas, the character of the country will have changed beyond recognition. They are not remote corners of these islands. They are its very heart. And by their change, the character of England itself will be changed. I say that we have nothing to fear but our own doubts.
What they call the protest records are banned in Jamaica. In the same way as the slave master banned the tom-tom in slave times as a message that communicated rebellion between slaves. And as such, today we find official society placing themselves in the tradition of the white slave master, banning reggae records. And on the other hand, the disinherited Jamaican people, having developed out of the tom-tom, faced with modern musical instruments, being able to harness all that technological discovery and channel it into a West Indian music, and as a result of that, reggae emerges.
I want all you skinheads to get up on your feet, put your braces together and your boots on your feet, and give me some of that old moon stomping. Get ready. We got 3 million miles to reach on the moon. So let's start getting happy now. Ready? Yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah. To what extent has reggae invaded the consciousness of the white youth in Britain? Well, the first thing that emerges is that in accepting reggae, the skinheads had rejected something else. That rejection is a rejection of the middle class with its existential, mystical, hippie-style music, which is unable to cater to the social needs of the skinheads. Through the medium of the reggae, the black youth does this extremely well.
I'm your boss, Skinhead speaking. My name is Caleb. All right. Right. And remember, I'm the boss. You can see, look on my foot, or my feet, whatever you want to call it, you can see I've got it.
Reggae finds its content in the ability of the artist to feel and to investigate the facts of the society, to appreciate the suffering of the dispossessed and the oppressed. You see, that for me is a stark fact, and the skinhead is able to discover the society in which he lives and to discover himself through the medium of reggae and eventually his relationship to the world at large.
He has been able to accept reggae as his own simply because it is in his relationship with black people. He was open to what is a tremendous and most dynamic force, and we have seen the consequences.
And I'm going to go applause for the Maytals. You want to hear Monkey Man, don't you? You want to hear Monkey Man? Okay, we'll do Monkey Man, baby. Well, I must say, now you're in London for the first time. In my group, you see, we're all from the Maytals. We call him Raleigh. Will you give him a real round of applause? I'll make it. Thank you. And yeah, you have, we call it each other, they call it Kenneth. Will you give him a round of applause over here? Everybody say yeah! Oh yeah, what do you need it? Oh Lord, oh Lord, da, 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 da. Tell me. Someone tell me. I've seen a sign of it. I only heard a truth. I've seen a sign of it. I only heard a truth. Oh, give up that big monkey man. No, I know that. No, I understand. You're turning a monkey handling. No, I know that. No, I understand. You're turning a monkey handling. I've seen a sign of you. I only heard of you. Oh, I only heard of you. Oh, yeah.
attraction of reggae in Great Britain to the white population has been as a dance rhythm. I don't think they get half as much out of the records as the Jamaicans living in Great Britain do, because they are hearing far more in each song.
And there's a lot of confusion, you know, here in England, in terms of the critics not understanding what the Israelite meant, and they thought it meant an Israelite, a Jew from, you know, from Israel. What does Israelite mean in Jamaican dialect, you know?
Well, it's a word we use, say whenever time you're down and out, I mean, let's say, you know, busted, you haven't got any breads and things like that, you know. Say, well, you call yourself an Israelite, you know what I mean? Well, it's coming back from way back, in a way, like in the days of Moses, you know, and the slaves, you know, those were the children of Israel that was getting a hard time. So whenever time one getting a hard time, it was called itself an Israelite.
So were you writing the record about your own experience, or was it about other people's experience in Jamaica?
Including people in Jamaica and myself also. Everything, because most of the time I write songs of things that I see happen or hear or if anything happen to me. I just feel about it. You know what I mean? That's right.
Hey! Get up in the morning, stay begging for it, but that's not every month can be. A more it is a life. My wife and my sheep, my cup and I leave me. Now if they said I want you to receive, I said a more it is a life. We shut them my tear chokers before. I don't want to end up like money. Cash me in your palm, it's on your alarm. I said I'm born, it is a light. I don't want to end up like Bunny and it is a reliable. Up there I thought there must be a palm. Catch me in your palm, it's on your lawn. I said I'm born, it is a reliable. I'm born, me is a reliable. I'm wondering now if it's our heart. I'm born, me is a reliable. I look down and I'm inside. I said I'm born, take her down, all the way down. Have mercy, babe. We're having a party tonight. Hallelujah. Well, I want everybody right now. Come on. I want to hear those hands. Come on, put your hands together. I wish you're having a ball tonight. I want to hear those hands. Everybody need somebody, Lord. I said everybody need somebody, Lord God. We gotta work it. Oh, we gotta do it. We gotta do all things. Everybody got to rock. I gotta do your thing. You got to do your thing. Hey, you got to do your thing. No, you got to do your thing.
the faith that I have that black music, you know, the 250,000 black people or something in this country, of which literally 99% of them are talented musically anyway. I think that the future possibly is the thing that inspired me more than anything else. Particularly as, you know, I see a scene happening here exactly what happened in Detroit, what is it, 15 years ago.
I think it's going to do the similar sort of things as what sort of soul music has done in a way, you know. Whereas the basis of most soul music started off very raw, you know, and then was built upon with the additions of brass and strings, etc., etc., and then built up into a form of music of its own, acceptable anywhere. I think the same thing will happen with reggae music.
At the moment, the tragedy is that it's so very difficult to get exposure at all for a new reggae disc, and the danger at the moment is that the greatest ones may come and go, and unless the clubs make them popular, people won't even know they're there.
If our music had an open door, like, let's say, a freeway, we could break wide in any part of the world, because we have class music like anybody else.
Be young, gifted or black, open your heart to what I mean.
In the whole world, you know, there's a million boys and girls who are young,
Gifted or black, and that's a fact. Young, gifted or black, we must begin to tell you. There's a world waiting for you. This is when it's just begun.
Oh, when you're feeling real low, yeah, there's a breakthrough you should know. To be young,
Gifted or black, your soul's intact.
oh, to be young,
Gifted or black, oh, how I long to know the truth. There were times when I look back, and I am haunted by my youth.
oh, but my joy of today is that we can all be proud today. To be young,
Gifted or black,
ooh, it's where it's at.
young, gifted or black, we must begin to tell you.
There's a world
Waiting for you. Yours is a quest that's just begun.
oh, when you're feeling real low, yeah, there's a breakthrough you should know. When you are young,
Gifted or black, your soul's intact.
oh, to be young,
Gifted or black, oh, how I long to know. There were times when I look back, and I am haunted by my youth.
oh, but my joys of today is that we can all be proud to say. To be young,
Gifted or black,
is where it's at, yeah, is where it's at,
is where it's at,
is where it's at,
is where it's at,
is where it's at, is where it's at, is where it's at.
more thing.